Hi Dollies, it's Candace Lewinsky. If you don't know me, I'm a 19-year-old nail tech located in New Jersey, and this is my series, Like I Said. Here we discuss and review various shows and movies while doing nails and sometimes makeup. And just to give you a heads up, I will always give my unfiltered opinions and thoughts. So, if you don't like that, you know where you could go. Now, today we're going to be continuing with Now That's TV, Young and Reckless, episode 2 and 3. If you haven't seen my first video, go check episode 1. I did some Hello Kitty press-on nails, so that was really cute. So just check that out so you can be all caught up. Now let's get into this ghetto ass mess. So, like I said, we're going to be reviewing episode 2. And if you don't know episode 1 or remember episode 1, the ending of that was Adriana and Crystal. Now, they got some Chirac beef or Chicago, whatever. So, Adriana was a little scared to come in the house, and Crystal was waiting for her. So, the end of the episode 1 is when that fight's about to begin. Now, we get to episode 2, and they just started banging and hair pulling, right? So, they do that. So, it was given Chirac versus Chi-Town. And Adriana Chirac. But, I don't know. I won't say she was the winner, but she didn't get beat up. That's a weird thing we're going to be seeing. Especially when Crystal and Adriana fight. She don't be winning, but she be winning. So I think Naj points that out too. But anyway, so they fight. And round 2 coming up, right? So they got the round 1. Crystal lost. And then round 2, I think Irie, she like, girl, you talking all that and you still losing. So, and we're going to see this a lot too. Irie loves to be in everyone's ear, especially when it comes to the drama. She's the really co-conspirator, in this show. But she definitely was in Crystal's ear, trying to hype her up and gas her up. It's still not working, but that's another conversation. So she like, yeah, you keep losing. So she tried to get her some props or whatever, right? And I don't know, this part, and I'm gonna show y'all videos. This part really, it was funny, but it wasn't funny. It was just like, Irie, sit down. Sit down. You're being annoying. You're really being annoying. Sit down. So basically, after she, in Crystal ear, she basically saying oh, I'm gonna do this to it was something she was gonna do something to her. So Adriana, she's next to some security guards, or was she? No. See, actually, she's kind of up front of a table, but not really. It was weird. She was in some spot, and then Irie just comes out of nowhere and kicks the hell out of this bitch, and she flies back to the table. I think Ferrari said that she flies back, go under the table. And it is girl, why would you do that to her? And she even says later on, you had no problem with her. You have no problem with her. You just doing shit just to do it.
Actually, genuinely like her. I didn't have no problem with her. My demons, y'all. It was the demons.
But anyway, let me take a little break. I'm sorry, I didn't even say what kind of nails I'm doing. So on Instagram, if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, please follow me on Instagram. My name is Candace Lewinsky on Instagram. I'll put it up here, and it'll be in my link in the bio. So, the nails we're doing, I actually got the inspiration on Instagram from a nail tech named Nail by Shams. I'm not sure. I'll put her information up too. But it was some French duck nails, some metal, and some redness. I don't know. It was cute though. So I did a poll on my Instagram. And I think I'm going to start doing that. Especially if I don't know what kind of nails I want to do for, the YouTube videos. I think I'm going to start, doing polls so I could see what the audience wants and my followers wants to see. So, yeah. I actually was supposed to do some other nails. But wait, first of all, I was supposed to then release this video. I know a lot of YouTube creators have this problem. I was supposed to then release this video. But what I initially was doing, I didn't like the color. The acrylic was not acrylicing. It was from Anna Acrylics. which I do like some of her stuff, but this particular acrylic, like this nude, it was not, no. It was not, it wasn't gonna work for me. So I had to scrap that video. I'll show a little bit. Actually, funny, I actually posted a sneak peek on my Instagram of that clip, but I wasn't gonna use it, so that was a waste. But content is content. But I'll put a little clip of what the nails were supposed to look like in here. But yeah, so I was supposed to do some purple nails, but no. So we're just doing these, and yeah, they came out really cute. So right now I'm just preparing the nails, because my last video I did press on, so I decided to just actually do my nails because I have somewhere to go this week. So I'm just preparing the nails and shaping, and yeah, that's what we're seeing. Yes, ma'am. So, but let's get back into the show. So, besides that, yeah, their whole drama with Adriana and Crystal, you know, we don't really care. No one's really doing anything, so whatever, right? So we get to Ferrari and Irie, and basically they're pressing, because the energy in the house is real, like everybody's like watching their back. It's just real, like, you know, who's got beef with who, because everyone's sneaking everyone. So it's like no one knows what's the energy and what's anyone's next move, basically. So Ferrari and Irie are basically like questioning Charmaine and Cass, like, was y'all the two that was gonna jump Irie? And they're like, no, girl, we're not thinking about you. We don't want to fight you. That was some other girls. And we never really find out who the other girls. I was trying to see who they were, but to be honest, I'm a little late to this show. So I feel like it would just be a lot of digging, unnecessary digging, just to find out two girls who's going to supposedly jump Ivory. So, you know, I don't know who the girls were. I don't know if they're even a part of Now That's TV. So that's that. But basically, you know, they were the girls that was going to jump Ivory. So that was how that ended. So while that's happening, my girl Legacy, big Legacy. So far, like, my favorites is Legacy and then Mel. We're going to see Mel probably later this episode or third episode, I believe. But they're my two faves. Like, Legacy, she can't fight for shit. And she might get her ass whooped, but she gonna stand on the business that needs to be standing on. So yeah, so Legacy out of nowhere comes and pops on Charmaine. So they getting at it, banging, and this and that. And then afterwards, she get her ones with her, and then she fights Cash. I think it's Kaz. She fights Kaz. So she had been on a roll this episode, and so far in the show, with Ivory, Charmaine, Kaz, and who else? I think, she didn't really fight Naj, but yeah, we'll get into that. But the reason she fought Kaz and Charmaine was because supposedly they was like popping it on IG Live and trolling her. So I don't know.
Like, bitch, get up. You know what the fuck it's hitting for. You was online talking shit. Let's settle shit out. Let's squash it out. Like, y'all know what it was hitting for.
But that's a reoccurring thing in this show. Like, the drama, I think I mentioned this before. The drama outside the show is way more than would really be in the show. Like, just like, it's just so much. I follow mad like T pages, and every day somebody got beef. Every day somebody arguing on live. It's just too much. So she fights Charmaine one more time after Kaz, and then fights Ivory. Then she got like bopped, like I was saying, she got bopped by Naj. Because Naj is another one. I think I mentioned that too. Like, my least favorites right now is like Ivory and Naj. They just real, like, I don't know. Especially for Ivory, she's just a bully, but she's an annoying type, because like she's the one who thinks like she can't be touched because she could fight. Naj, she's like a fake like a fake leader, to be honest. Like, she'll yell and scream, thinking or trying to like make people believe that she's doing it for a right reason, but she just want to rant just to rant. I don't know. We're gonna get into that a little more down the line with the other episodes. But she knocked her ass out. So like, this bitch was going back to back. Like, poor baby, just fights back to back. But like I said, she handled her own. The name is really fitting, Legacy, because she really be like holding her own. So we love her. But yeah, like Nas, yeah, she was gonna justify being other people's business and this and that while she jumped in. So whatever, right? The episode's ending, and Irie's still acting like a damn crackhead, which is, you know, fitting for her. We already know she already piped up, so she ain't coming down no time soon. So then everyone's just standing up and just like the energy, like everybody just on go. So it was something with Ivory where I think she wanted to pop on someone. It was either Cass. I think she wanted to pop on Cass, but like, I don't know. I think she was like on something. She was just on something. So she pops on Kai because I think Kai was like near her, or I think Ivory went to Kai. It was something, but she just swing on Kai. And Kai like, bitch, what? Like, what are you swinging on me for? Like, what's like wrong with you? So I don't know. I think she on the coke. She on the sugar, cause she just start popping on Kai, and they just start rumbling. And that's another thing I like about Kai. She wasted no time to like stand up to Ivory. Like, no, bitch, let's get these rounds. And you know, I'm pretty sure Kai knew like she wasn't gonna win, cause she's not bad, but Ivy just sometimes she just has that strength that could like push you back or knock you off your balance and your feet. So, but she definitely held her own. Like, let's not get it twisted. Better than Legacy. At this point, like, she definitely held her own, and she was not playing with Ivory. Cause yeah, Ivory just like bugging. She said like she was just like paranoid. And like, you know, don't get me wrong, like from what we have seen like so far, the house and the energy was real, you know, it was real tight. And I understand she probably was like genuinely like paranoid. But then again, I'm like, Irie, I don't know, because one, you were drinking earlier. That's a fact. You was drinking, so we already know you lit up. And then two, you love the fight, so it's kind of like a little hard to decipher if you really was genuinely like, you know, paranoid, or I don't know. I just feel like you just basically wanted to fight and get camera time, you know, and you was also drunk. Because even if you were paranoid and the girl's trying to get you, you're still a good fighter at the end of the day. Like, you're gonna handle your own. I'm pretty sure you know you could beat all those girls in the house. So it's like, what you really paranoid about? But I don't know, that's my little 2 cents. I'm not sure. If you guys think different, like, comment below. You know, what's your thoughts? But after that, Kai and Irie, they kind of get broken up, and she goes in the back to talk with Cash and Charmaine and to just get herself together. And Irie is literally, so in their room, I don't know who room is it, but I think it's Shay, Charmaine, and Cass, I believe. Their room is like an open kind of window, but door. So think of like a sliding door. I'll put a picture so you guys can see, but like, I don't know how to describe it, but like, I guess their like wall is basically a window, or you could see inside that, like the house in their room. And I was just there pacing, acting like a goddamn, you know, wild animal. Like, she just escaped the Bronx Zoo. Like, she's just crazy. Like, she just, you know, going back and forth being Ivory. So after that, Kai comes back out, and they scrap again. They scrap again. She get her one. And, you know, like I said, she still lost, but, you know, A for effort. But, you know, she did her thing. But she goes outside and she ends up throwing up because, oh, and this is actually tea, but basically she says, I believe she says before when she fights, she throws up. Don't quote me on that. I think she said that. But tea was that the production and the crew was not feeding the girls. So basically, like day 1 to day 2 or 3, the girls were basically just eating snacks, and obviously all of them, like, you know, drink. So basically they were just like, their bellies would just lick the Casamigos and the Cheetos, basically. So that's probably what another reason why she threw up, and like that took an effect on her. But allegedly, we don't, you know, allegedly, but I think it's true because I think it's been said by other people as well that, you know, work on the TV shows, that y'all don't be feeding them girls, like. And no, actually, yeah, I don't think so, because even like, I think it's episode 3 or 4, I don't know, it's like one of the later episodes. I know I said we're not going to talk about the later episodes, but sometimes it just helps for the current video, because like, yeah. But I think they were coming back from somewhere. I don't know if it was a photo shoot. I believe it's a photo shoot. And they had, or no. I think I'm bugging. Either they came from somewhere and they had a whole like caterer. They had like breakfast. Like, you know, they actually had real food. And the girls even look a little shocked. Like, oh, this is nice. You know, like they look like they was not expecting that. So I don't know. I think it's true. Like, y'all not feeding them girls. But anyway, but yeah, so she's like throwing up and stuff. And, you know, she makes it known like, nah, I'm not, like, she did her ones with Ivory, and she did. So yeah, so that ends. So the end of the video is basically Ivory just ranting, you know, whatever. So now we go into episode 3. But before we get into episode 3, we're just going to take a nail break. And nail breaks is basically where I just break down what I'm doing with my nails at the moment. So right now I'm just applying the acrylic, and I'm using one of my favorites, Nudes, from Dynamic Beauty Supply. I'll put everything in the description box, so like clear acrylic, files, and all that stuff, so if anyone is interested. So yes, I'm just applying the acrylic, and like I was saying before, I didn't like the first acrylic I went with on my scrap video. It just wasn't, first of all, it was the color, it was just a little too like reddish tone. And also just like, I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it. But this nude is like perfect for like French. And yeah, because I'm going to be doing the black. So yeah, this was perfect. So yes, I'm just doing that. And yeah, this is really cool. I love the smooth application. It's really just like the best. So yeah, these nails are really good. And I need to start doing more duck. I'm going to have like more duck content, because I feel like I haven't really perfected the duck nails. Like, I do them nice, but I don't know. I think maybe I want to probably start doing them more longer, or I don't know. But yeah, so this is cute. So now we're gonna get into episode 3. So now we get into 3, and they're asking Ivory to, like, you gotta go. In the words of the security guard, he said you gotta get your shit and go. And in this part, you know, I already got my like personal opinions about Ivory. Like, it's not that I do not like Ivory. Like, that's not the case. Like, I actually do like her. She's great TV. She's entertaining, and, you know, she's funny as well. But she do have her, like, her, you know, her bad side, and little things I do not agree with she does. But she's great entertainment. But they were just asking her, like, oh, yeah, we gonna get you a room because, like, you wildin'. And she was wildin'. But at the end of the day, I agree her with, like, you know, I'm gonna put the clip. But, yeah, no, I'm not going home. This show's called Young and Reckless. And that's what I'm doing. I'm giving y'all a show. I'm giving y'all ratings. So
I want to give me a room, send me home. Oh God, and I mean that. So tell Tilo, if y'all want to give me a room, give me a flight.
I actually don't agree with them, like, trying to kick her out the house, because everybody, like, getting lit. So that happens. And basically she like, no, I'm not going nowhere. But also I will say she does have like, you could tell the favoritism. Because even though I do agree with her, like in this situation, she does have favoritism. Because any other person would have had to go. But, you know, she says no, blah, blah, blah. If you try to take me home or try to give me a room, book my flight. You know, that's what she was saying. Like, book my flight. I could leave. They do give her, you know, you could tell who are like the Now That's TV favorites. And, you know, I mean, I don't know. But we're going to see that not only Ivory. We see that with a couple people. And low-key, I'm going to say it now. And I'm going to say it later when I bring it up again. I think whoever the CEO likes and who's been on the network for a long time but also popular, they get special treatment. Because we're going to see a situation later. And, you know, in that situation, I think the CEO liked the girl. Or she was messing with the girl. I don't know. But yeah. After that, Sav is just like talking to Charmaine and one of the other girls about like what's been going on in this situation. I like Sav. Sav is like mad pretty. On my last episode, I said she looks like Tiffany Pollard, aka New York, mixed with Nene. Like she dead ass. And if anybody says different, you're wilding, you're bugging, you're blind, because she definitely looks like more like Tiffany. But yeah, she's like talking to the girls, and then Kai goes to Ferrari room, and Adriana is there already. She's talking with Ferrari just about like the situation with Crystal and like if they're gonna still fight. And she like, you know, I'm down with it, whatever I gotta do. So Kai just comes in, and Ferrari just asking her about like Ivory in that situation, and she like, yeah, you was cool, you were chilling, and then now all of a sudden you want to attack me.
I was there for 30 minutes, you was cool, right? What, it took you a third shot before you to be like, oh, that bitch kind of looks like this bitch.
Chilling, and then now all of a sudden you want to attack me, which is very true. Like, you know, like Ivory was just being like, she was just being paranoid. I don't know, that whole situation. But yeah, so she's just talking with them, and then afterwards we get introduced to another girl who came late, but her name's KP. And she's from Tennessee, 23 years old. KP, first impressions of her, she's cute. I love the accent. Very pretty girl. Yeah, she seems like she's going to be, like, cool. She's not going to really be, you know, rowdy. Like, you know, she's going to be, like, a pretty girl, chilling and ready just to, like, have fun. So Ferrari again goes to talk to Legacy and Shay. And, like, I don't know, like, Ferrari, like, this season, she's really pretty. She's cute. Even though, like, I'm still trying to figure out what is she, like, I don't know. Everyone, like, on Instagram been saying she's white. I thought she probably was, like, I don't know, maybe Spanish. It doesn't matter because, like, you know, as long as she ain't saying the N-word or whatever, like, it's just that accent. I'm like, girl, where are you from? Where is that accent from? Because it's getting real fake. And real Romeo and Juliet, like actress, like what is that? Where is that accent from? Where are you from? But you know, she's playing host and stuff, and the host thing, like she's okay, but she just give like she's like one of the she just gives me like she's one of the girls at the house, like asking what's going on. Like she don't really give me like host, but she's not bad. She's not bad, but like later on, it's just not given. It could have been a show with no host at this point. But she's just asking them, like, you know, or giving them props, like, yeah, y'all stood on business, but are y'all ready to go to the club? You know, how's y'all mindset or whatever? So afterwards is when my favorite scene. Wait, is this my favorite scene? I don't know. This shit is funny though. Like with Ivory, this shit was actually really funny. So everyone's in the kitchen, and Kai, she like got like undressed and like dressed up a little bit down, like some pajamas or something like that. But she's in the kitchen, and Ivory comes, and basically Kai's like, yeah, like, do you know, I'm just saying, like, because you know, you could tell she's like frustrated and but was really confused about the situation. And yeah, like it was like, you know, I don't think, you know, obviously Ivory was wrong for even attacking her. Like, what was the reason? But She like, yeah, I just want to know, like, do you know I'm not one of the girls that try to jump you? And you can tell Irie's like, she's not there. She's not there. She's like, all right, whatever, right. And then I'll just let the clip play.
Okay, why you even watch my safety? I'm so that's what I said. All right. All right, we're gonna do that. You want to fight me? You want to fight me? Yeah. Come on.
So yeah, that's what I meant. But you know, Kai was on her shit, like she was ready, and Ivory was ready. But that scene is mad funny. It's just like, it's like a switch. Like Ivory be having these switches, and like you could never tell when it's gonna come, when it's not. Cause all Kai was saying was like, okay, like, you know, that's done. And this bitch turned back like, you wanna fight? Like, so that was funny. But you know, they scrap-a-doo-doo-doo. And that was that. The ladies settled down and they're having drinks, and I think they're playing like a little game. And now we get introduced to Mel, my fave, the season fave, like my fave. We get introduced to Mel. So she came real late, like later than KP, because supposedly she missed her flight. So that was that. And so we're introduced to her, and first impressions of her, she seems cute, pretty, you know. She's thick, pretty face. Yeah, she gonna get lit. She twerking already, so, you know, she's gonna come with the vibes. So, after the girls pick their rooms, Mel comes and introduces herself. You know, the vibes are good, they chilling, and before they go to the club, because they're gonna go to the club later, Ferrari comes up. They're on the living room. She like, I got $200 for whoever seduced me the best. So, you know, the girls, they put on their best dancing stripper hoe skills, and they throwing it back on Ferrari. And for me, to who did the best, I think Shay. Like, definitely Shay. I think she put in the most energy. She was everywhere, you know. The funniest was Melanie. I don't know what that bitch was doing. She was just, I don't know. She was throwing the legs back in the neck. I don't know what she was doing. But I think Shay was definitely the winner of that challenge. So, yeah. But you know, a good moment cannot last long in this house, in these situations. So, basically, KP is dancing on Ferrari. And I guess somebody screams out or says, oh, boo, was like booing her. So, she like, what? Like, who's booing me? Like, she a little confused. Like, what? So I think she thought Mel was booing her, but it happened to be Kaz. So she confronts Kaz, not aggressively, but like, you know, she's just like, oh, why you boo me, blah, blah, blah. But she, you know, put her, she pressed Mel first. So after she was, you know, mistaken and she corrected it, Mel was still trying to drag it, like, why you mad? Who said that? You know, whatever, right? So that was a little issue or whatever. And so far, that it left at that. So after they go to the club, everyone drinking, having a good time. KP does see that Mel is like whispering to like the other girls and being like shady. So we're gonna already see how that's gonna build up to what happens later on. But the real show was Crystal, and I tell you what I say, Ivory be in bitches' ears. But that's not totally Ivory's fault, you know. If you're a follower or you want to impress other people, then, you know, that's still on you. But basically, Ivory like, you know, bitch, you see Adriana, she over there, throw that drink at her. You know, start some shit with her, and Crystal throws the drink at her. So Adriana and Crystal end up taking they shit outside, and, you know, they do a little 1-2, 1-2. Crystal still loses. That's another thing too. Like, girl, y'all already had probably like 3 altercations, but at this point, if you know you're not like you know, I don't know, if you know you're not fighting her to your best of your ability, or you don't know how to fight like that, and she don't even know how to fight like that, why you keep attempting it? Like, why are you having these girls gas you up? Like, that's my problem. Like, I like Crystal, she's cool. You can see she's a nice girl, but like, that impressing or trying to act tough for other people is just not working for you, babe. Like, just stop. You don't know how to fight. You need to practice a little bit on your own time. Once you do know how to fight and you could do that and talk all that shit, then you could come back and do what you gotta do. But at this point, just stop. And I said this before, Nas says the same thing. Like, it's a scene. I'm gonna show the scene.
Girl, to this girl that you swear you gonna beat up all the time, and she's not even really whipping your ass. Like, she's winning without winning. Like, come on now, Crystal. That's why I said we gonna work on you, babe. We gonna work on that shit.
Yeah, Adriana, she's just talking to Naj, and Naj just look like, bitch, get out of my face, because you keep doing all this stuff and you don't know how to fight. Like she said, like, you know, she's winning, but she's not winning. Like, Adriana, like, come on. Like, at this point. And Adriana even shocked her fucking self that she could beat you. So, that's whatever. But fast forward, the girls come back home, and this is a kiki. Like, this, no, I think this has to be my favorite moment. Like, when I first, like, watched it, I wish I could, like, show a live reaction. This shit was crazy. Like, Mel, I'm not gonna say this made me like Mel, because at first I was like, yo, get her out of here. She's doing too much. Like, get her out of here. Somebody take her down. But, you know, overall, this definitely made the show. So, they get back in the house. And Mel already turned up because she was already drinking. I'm pretty sure she was smoking or whatever, right? So she already turned. But she was cool with Ferrari. Not Ferrari. I keep mixing their damn names. Ferragamo, not Ferrari. Ferragamo, right? So supposedly Ferragamo gave her shrooms. Now, personally, me, I have never had shrooms, nor would I intend to, like, use shrooms, because I don't know. I'm not really into that. I do like a little, like, but like, other than that, that's just another ballpark. But she said she had it before. That she had shrooms before, but I guess this time, or I don't know what Ferragamo had in them damn shrooms, but them shits had her on a crack attack. Like, I don't know. I do not know. But she was bugging. Like, basically she was bugging. But she was already paranoid. Not even paranoid, but it made her paranoid. But I think she was already, like, turned up. So, they're in the room is KP, Ferragamo, and Mel. And she's just basically like saying, y'all got a problem? You know, what's the beef? What's this and that? And they like, girl, what's wrong with you? Like, what are you doing? So, what are you talking? Like, what are you talking about? So this could continue on for like 6 minutes. I gotta do this and that. The next episode, which will be 4. So the next episode of my series, like I said, will be episode 3, and we will be covering 4, 5, and maybe 6, because I don't want this to be so many episodes, because the show is already over and we still have to cover the reunion. So I don't know. I'm gonna see. But that's pretty much the ending. She's just wilding out, and that wilding out, her, you know, her shroom panic attack or whatever is going to continue to 4. So, yeah. But now this is time for our nail break. And right here, I'm just putting on my charms. Like I said, this is a metal look, or like Goth or something like that. So, and if I like the reference or the inspo photo, I'm just going by what she had. I kind of had most of the things, but I actually like her little pins that she had. I want to see if I could get those. But yeah, so we're just doing the design, and that's pretty much it. I think I'm just going to let the video just play, so you could just, you know, watch in silence and see the full process of the video. But other than that, thank you lots for watching. Please like and subscribe. Of course, I'm going to have more content on the way. Follow my Instagram here. Follow my Instagram. Follow my TikTok too, even though I don't really be on there like that. But I think I'm going to try to do more content, unless this ban of TikTok really is going to happen. So I don't know. But yes, love, follow me and subscribe. And yeah, pretty much that's it. Thank you. Love you. Bye.